Coming up on your only source for local news at 6:30, members of the Japanese military joined soldiers from the U.S. Army at the Yakima Training Center. What the two countries are learning by working as a team during the annual exercise called Rising Thunder. And Pasco City Council votes on changing the way its members should be elected. What's next for the city as they move forward to a district-based system in hopes of improving Latino representation? And the Reach Museum in Richland has only been around a few years now, but it's dealing with an uncertain future, how they're trying to generate revenue so they won't have to close their doors as KVEW Local News starts right now.
Covering what matters to you. This is your local news at 6:30 on KVEW 42 KAP 35.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad that you're with us. I'm Mike Gonzalez. The U.S. military is partnering with one of our allies for an annual military training exercise. KVEW's Carol Fallon was in Yakima today to see who the U.S. is training with and why the joint training session is something both countries really look forward to. Kiara?
Yes, good evening, Mike. I'm here at the Yakima Training Center with the U.S. and Japanese military who are training together in their annual Rising Thunder exercise. The Japanese military is taking advantage of something that they don't get in their own country. Training for the U.S. and Japanese Army begins at sunrise, a chance for two countries to combine forces. The goal?
Build trust between our militaries, create relationships, and also build teams.
But it is also about managing to combine two operations into a single strategy. It's not easy.
We have things like language that we have to work through. We have things like culture that we have to work through. It's a challenge every day, and that's why it's training. If it was easy, we wouldn't do it.
It's not much different than training with our own soldiers. We speak a common language of fighting, and we enjoy the ability just to train together and learn how our weapon systems work with each other.
A general with the Japanese Army says this terrain offers something that's not available to them in their own country.
Japan is a very small country. We have restriction of using the exercise area. That is why it is very useful and practical to use the Yakima Training Center.
Even though this is an exercise, Colonel Turner says all 300 American and Japanese soldiers give it their all.
We practice offense, we practice defense, we practice sustaining ourselves.
An exercise
it is very important and useful.
Both armies hope to continue.
To conduct the bilateral exercise between Japan and U.S. Army.
Kiara Alfallen, KVEW Local News.
All right, Kiara, thanks so much. In training, it started on the 6th and will continue until the 24th. Colonel Turner says this is the 23rd time this exercise has been held at the Yakima Training Center. All right, with that being said, they had pretty good weather out there for training. Jason Valentine, pretty neat stuff, huh?
Yeah, a little chilly, yes, this morning for them, but they looked well outfitted, so very cool. And very cool overnight, Mike. Get ready for about around 40-degree lows overnight in all of our areas as we see clearer skies throughout our regions today. We do expect the clouds to come back, though, tomorrow, and a chance of showers on your first day of fall, Thursday. We've dipped into the upper 60s for both the Tri-Cities and Yakima regions. Not much wind, wow, especially in the Yakima area. Light winds overnight, but again, I'll get to that chance of rain in a bit.
All right, looking forward to that. Thanks so much. ACLU versus the City of Pasco saga continues. The Pasco City Council took the next step to alter the boundaries for the City Council districts on Monday night. In August, you may remember, the ACLU sued the City of Pasco for what they believe was a voting system that was unfair for Latinos. KVEW's Amanda Quintana is following the developments and has more in a live report. What's next for the city?
Well, Mike, in a vote of 5-1, the council voted in favor of a system of 6 single-member districts and 1 at-large position. Councilmember Al Yenny was the lone vote against the decision. According to sources, there will be some new dialogue between the ACLU and the city to see if anything can be worked out, but the ACLU has been clear that they want 7 separate single-member districts and no at-large positions. Latino Coalition member Leo Perales says he was disappointed with the city's decision not to go with 7 separate districts.
So we're not surprised by it, but we are disappointed. We believe that the city should do what's right, given that the at-large election method has enabled the fact that we cannot elect Latinos into the city council. The only person who's on the city council that is Latino is Saul Martinez, and he's only there because he was appointed.
If an agreement cannot be reached in another round of talks, the city's 6-1 decision will be submitted to the U.S. District Court for a ruling. It will be up to a federal judge to decide if this system is fair and sufficient. Then Pasco can change its system for the general election. Now, if granted, the next step is a public hearing to redraw district boundaries. Another workshop is being planned for October 3rd to discuss the issue. Mike.
All right, Amanda, thanks for that update. We appreciate that. Yakima County Sheriff's Office is hoping you can help them locate a man who hasn't been seen since Friday. Take a close look. 81-year-old Joseph Dotson is believed to be driving a brown 1999 Ford F-250 pickup with Washington license plate number B15292X. He does suffer from dementia, and his family very concerned for his safety. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. Pasco Fire Department and police are investigating a suspicious car fire after a Chevy went up in flames last night. The car was engulfed in flames at the Pasco Housing Authority complex on West Margaret. Pasco police took this video of firefighters working to put the flames out.
It just didn't add up. The story that we were getting from the owner, she had loaned it to her son. Her son had brought it, went to the store, came back. A little while later, it caught fire. It was unlocked. It's tough to say if it was, you know, maybe some kids doing something they shouldn't be doing, setting it on fire, or was it somebody coming after the individual?
Luckily, no one was injured. It will remain a suspicious fire investigation until it's determined to be arson or a different cause is found. City of Richland is trying to figure out who vandalized Howard Amon Park and why. Take a look at this picture. Do you know what's missing? Well, it used to look like this. It was what's called an imba, which looks kind of like a xylophone. The city spent $5,000 on the art for children to play music with. This weekend, someone also slashed soccer nets and a park ranger's truck tires. Vandalism happens often at Howard Amon Park, but the thing is they don't have cameras to capture people doing it.
The thief stole something that was very new to the community and represented a lot of effort and energy from a number of citizens that wanted to see music in the park, and those people are disappointed today.
And the imba was installed in May and was the first of 3 pieces the city was hoping to install. Now they have to rethink that. Reach Museum is rich in history, but right now they're short on funding and they're in jeopardy of becoming history themselves. KVEW's Patricia Martellani joins us live at the museum to tell us the latest on the financial situation there and what can happen next. Patricia?
Mike, a few months ago, I covered a fundraiser to keep the museum open. It has managed to raise about $30,000 since, but staff say they need $250,000 by December and are holding out for $100,000 in private donations. A museum the public calls epic.
There was a display of a horse-powered ferry. Kind of interesting. Never heard of such a thing. So.
The traffic constant.
There was some younger kids here earlier, and they were having a great time.
But its financial issues continue.
We need now to know from the community is where is that shortfall going to come from?
Workers now laid off, museum hours now cut. But the 2-year-old museum isn't going down without a fight. Staff say thousands of guests have made their work possible.
Making huge progress. We had a Reach for All. We've raised $30,000 from that.
As leaders of the Reach work to raise $100,000 to $150,000 by December, they're confident the museum will remain open.
We feel like this is a huge cultural asset for the Tri-Cities.
And CEO Lisa Toomey says they continue to push for additional funding.
Or we need to be subsidized. You know, that's the bottom line. So this presentation to Richland City Council is going to address that.
When I talked to CEO Lisa Toomey today, she said despite the financial struggles, the idea of closing the museum doors is out of the question. Reporting live in Richland, Patricia Martellani, let's send it back to you.
All right, hopefully they can save that. Thank you. Still ahead on your only source for local news here at 6:30, new details about the man who bombed New York and New Jersey this past weekend. There he is. What we're learning about the suspect from his own notes as well as his own family. And flu season just around the corner, why local health officials are recommending that you minimize your chances of getting the flu.
Fly is free.
There's one certain flu miss that they don't want you to take, so stick around for that. As we head to break, here's a live look over Kennewick. Our very own Jason Valentine right back with your forecast. Thanks for watching.
bathtub for the girlfriend to. That's
Nice.
okay. Hey guys, are we gonna have that weather bump again after we say? Okay, don't. No, it's not your bad. I just was curious. No big deal. No big deal. No, I don't play the blame game.
The blame game. Why do I feel like there was another, not the blame game? What am I thinking of? I don't know. No, I didn't hear that, to be honest with you.
No, I'm with the one in Tennessee. Yeah. Who knows, man?
Well, the lone wolf, man, that's...
The lone wolf is, you can't
can't.
fight against it.
Well, I mean, if somebody's an Americanized citizen and who just happens to be tied to radical Islam, I mean, you can't stop that. I mean, these... Continue to investigate the New York and New Jersey bombings and try to figure out if others were involved. We are learning new details about the lone suspect from the journal he was carrying during the shootout with police officers. His father also spoke with reporters today. ABC's Elizabeth Herr is in New York with the latest.
The suspected bomber Ahmad Khan Rahami's journal now in the hands of investigators. The pages apparently shot through with a bullet in this gun battle with police Monday morning. Officials revealing Rahami's writings included references to the late American al-Qaeda cleric Anwar al-Awlaki, who was linked to a number of terrorist attacks and plots in the U.S. This as the FBI is now confirming agents first became aware of Rahami in 2014. After Rahami's father contacted the FBI to report that his son was interacting with bad people, a statement he later recanted. The FBI still looked into Rahami's travels in 2013 to Pakistan, a known hotbed of extremism, and later to Afghanistan, where he stayed for almost a year. Rahami claimed he was visiting his wife and family. The FBI investigated and determined there was no evidence of radicalization.
The question is also, what was the radicalization process? Is he telling the truth as to where he went? Did he go to Turkey or Syria? And obviously, these trips are going to be the foundation for much more in-depth investigations.
So questions remain. What was the suspect's motive and did he have any help? We do know that he's still in the hospital, apparently refusing to cooperate, with his first court date now set for next Wednesday. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
Elizabeth, thank you. Well, what started as a police response call to a stalled vehicle ended with a man dead in Oklahoma. Now, Tulsa, Oklahoma Police Department is promising a fair and open investigation into exactly what happened as the shooter sits out on administrative paid leave.
It will come out. I will just make this promise to you. We will achieve justice in this case.
Stern words from Tulsa Police Chief Jordan, who says while details surrounding the case are slim at this point, Jordan did confirm that 40-year-old Terrence Crutcher was not armed. Police say Officer Betty Shelby fatally shot Crutcher after another officer used a taser on him. Shelby's been placed on administrative leave with pay. Authorities say it will take time to reveal if charges are necessary, and they're asking the public for patience. Well, pretty revealing report here. It's more expensive but most of the time it's not needed, but millions of people still using it. That's what AAA is saying about premium gas today. AAA says Americans wasted, get this, more than $2 billion, yikes, last year putting expensive premium gas into cars that didn't even need it. About 70% of vehicles now on the road require only regular fuel. Still about 16.5 million drivers unnecessarily filled up with premium gas. At least once last year, premium has higher octane ratings than regular gas. That means it's able to tolerate higher pressures inside the engine, which is good for mostly high performance or luxury vehicles. But for your hoopty, not necessary. That's right. Well, attention Kmart shoppers. The Yakima location on East Nob Hill Boulevard is closing by the end of the year. Company officials tell our media partner, the Yakima Herald Republic, that the store is closing in mid-December because it's one of many unprofitable stores. Its parent company Sears Holding will be closing across the county. The exact number of stores being closed is unclear at this point. However, liquidation sales for the Yakima store will begin on Thursday. So you remind me, there'll be plenty of blue light specials if you want to look on the bright side of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, yes, Kmart huge in the 70s and 80s,
I'm
right?
telling you, on the East Coast, I just came from North Carolina. It's
Right.
they're still cooking over there. I was surprised to see them, but I used to like going in there. But you remind me of the blue light specials.
Exactly.
All right, do we have any blue light special weather on
Well,
the horizon?
A beautiful day today.
It
We
was
got a
nice.
break from the clouds. Let's take a look at the radar, and you can see clear skies throughout many of our regions. We did have a band of precipitation just southeast of the Blues area, but our region's looking very nice. But these clear skies are going to cause very cool overnight periods, so do get ready for very chilly conditions tonight. Current temperatures getting chilly, mid-60s for the Blues, right around the upper 60s for most of our regions. We could be a tad warmer tomorrow. Now, we are staying cooler. That jet stream still way south of us, actually going along the coast of California, so causing very cool temperatures for our areas, at least through, it looks like, Thursday or Friday. All right, current winds, not much wind to speak of, especially like we saw the other day. So light winds, and for the next 24 hours, we could see it build up to around 10 miles per hour or close to that, but not too bad. Looks like a confluence of wind will be coming through the Tri-Cities region tomorrow morning, but again, nothing like we saw earlier in the week. Tonight, here's what I was talking about. Look at these cool temperatures. Clear skies will do that. 41 your overnight low in Hanford, 42 in the Tri-Cities. So bundle up. Overnight lows will be warming up. Great weather shot here we got from our friend Galen, and from last night's sunset. If you want your picture to be shown on Cap KVEW, please tweet us at Cap KVEW, and we'd love to share it with everyone. The next 12 hours, cold and clear overnight tonight. Not too much wind for the next few hours, and cloudy and cool for your AM commute. All right, tomorrow in the Yakima area, 73. Best chance of showers will be Thursday, appropriately enough, the first day of fall. Your high 72. As we head into the weekend, we're going to steadily warm up to pretty much where we should be for this time of year. Still plenty of clouds, at least through the weekend. Tri-Cities area, a 50% chance of showers on Thursday, 69 your high there, 74 tomorrow. Another nice day tomorrow at least, and then warming up to the 80s this weekend. So get ready for things to be very chilly overnight tonight, and that chance of rain on your first day of fall, Thursday.
All right, pretty apropos there. All right, thanks so much. Flu season almost here, and the Benton Franklin Health District wants you to be prepared. The CDC recommending getting the flu shot and influenza vaccine, but not the nasal spray vaccine this year. There are new vaccines on the market this season that have been updated, taking into account the most active viruses from last year. The Benton Franklin Health District says you should get your shot as soon as they're available before the flu season peak.
I know that already there has been a death from flu in Washington State, in Spokane County, so even though flu season hasn't yet started, the flu virus is still out there.
Dr. Person says it isn't possible to predict what this flu season is going to be like, including the timing, severity, and length of the season. Your Mariners started off their series with the Toronto Blue Jays. A little rocky last night. Coming up on your only source for local news at 6:30, we'll have last night's recap and a look ahead for the end. Stick around. There you go, my friend.
Facebook Live, everybody.
Oh man, I haven't even logged on. I've been busy.
Yeah. Loopy says better get a Dutch Brothers for you, but he's got his rock star.
I know. I didn't sleep much yesterday. I've been.
Yes, sir. please drop the last story on sports. You got it.
I had one of those nights where I just woke up all night. You know when you just wake up like, was able to get back to sleep. I just kept waking up, and then I finally woke up about, got maybe 4:15ish. I can't even quite remember. I went to the gym. I was like, I can't sleep.
Joseph Yearsley, hi from Arizona. Hi, Joseph.
Jeez, did we reach? How did that happen?
What's that? Yeah. We're large and in charge.
Sounds like we got a story there, Lupe. Thanks.
Lupe! Always like seeing new people come to Facebook Live and chime in. We'll try and answer your questions.
Even Al Martinez making an appearance?
Al Martinez, everybody. Only one Z. Z. Oh, shoot. It's funny, you know, I'm looking forward to next Friday.
What's going on next Friday?
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
Right. Stanford game next Friday.
Oh, wow, Stanford.
But see, I'm looking forward to my day of vacation, but then I'm looking at that 6 days I'm filling in for Kristen, and just, I might melt.
Well, the dreams of a national championship die on that.
Oh, look at him. Look at Mike.
See, I get their jabs. My dreams have already died.
I have no dreams of a national champ. All I want is to go to the Pac-12 championship. That's a step. Welcome back. Here's a look at sports. The Seattle Mariners knew their series with the Toronto Blue Jays was going to be a big one. They trailed Toronto last night 2 games for that wild card spot with a 3-game series. But last night things, well, they started off with a thud. The Mariners fell behind 3-1 thanks to this 2-run jack from Edward Encarnacion, and the M's offense was nowhere to be seen, and 7 shutout innings. Both teams will get back to work tonight at 7 o'clock at Safeco Field. Moving to the NFL, the Seattle Seahawks are not off to the start they wanted. Not just that 1-1 record, but all the momentum the offense created in the second half of last season is gone. The Hawks were, of course, unsuccessful, you could say, to say the least, with the run game, and completion of passes on offense was almost non-existent Sunday. They will have to try to find a way to do it better in the next couple games. And again, they've just shown 15 points so far this season. But Russell Wilson is still holding his line accountable.
We did good on offense in the sense of making a few plays here and there when we needed to, but we didn't make enough. Fortunately, we didn't come up with a win, and that's really what it comes down to.
We'll see if the offensive line can pull things together in Week 3 this Sunday at 1 o'clock at the Link when they play the dreaded 49ers. And some local football news. Your Cougs running back James Williams was voted the Player of the Week by SB Nation's Coug Center polling. Williams seems to have the whole package of speed, power, and elusiveness. Williams got a few snaps in the first few games. He also scored his first career touchdown on Saturday. After the game, we had a chance to ask him how it felt.
This is like a dream come true. Every Saturday, I'm sitting down, I wonder how it felt to score a touchdown on Saturday against a big crowd on TV, and I just lived it today.
Very cool. So hopefully we'll see a lot of him this fall at Martin Stadium. All right, coming up, we'll take a final look at your weather. Yeah. week. Yeah. Oh, well, look at that. Well, I'll keep an eye on that. I got to keep a closer eye on that stuff. I was just reading it for words, not for that. So, gotcha. Well, thanks for that catch, guys. Oh, it's the little things, the little things. Oh, yeah, Lupe works at Tyson's. Looks like the fair as well, September 23rd to October 2nd.
What's that, the Yakima Fair?
Yeah. Oh. Woo.
The Yakima Fair.
It's like the last fair of the season, I think.
That's it, man. It's got to be.
Frost on the pumpkin, baby.
I was gonna say, you're going to be running out of.
God, it's hard to believe that next week is the end of September. Then we're into the holiday months.
Before you know it, it's Thanksgiving and then Christmas.
But Thanksgiving, the Steelers play. Christmas Day, the Steelers play. Oh, baby. Met some of my neighbors. They seem very nice.
Where are you moving to? You right up the street?
Yeah, just very close. So, I mean, that's one good thing is the moving is just
Yeah, it's not far.
5 minutes away.
That's great.
So I think I'll try and get Dexter over there Wednesday night so I can stay with him all night and make him, he'll be scared.
Where am I?
Old Dexter.
How old's the cat?
He's going to be 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have cat years, do they?
No.
Well, how long do cats typically live?
Like 15 years.
Oh, they live that long?
But he's really fat and he's got kidney problems, so who knows?
Probably not. I don't know how long turtles live either.
No, it's weird. My previous 2 cats died of kidney disease as well, so it's just like, yeah. But I hear that's common in cats.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, let's take a final check of your weather. How's it looking?
Well, those holding on to the last few days of summer, hold on tight because fall is on its way Thursday, and it's looking very fall-like. Mid-60s for many of our areas. Look at Pendleton down to 59 already. A chilly night overnight, clear skies, so no clouds to hold in the heat. We'll be looking at lows around 40 degrees for most of our regions. We're going to be seeing more cloud coverage tomorrow and rain showers possible. And again, like you said, very apropos for Thursday, the first day of fall. So changes coming, but we'll be back to around 80 degrees by the weekend.
That'll
so
be nice.
Things warming up in a bit.
Before you know October, then we'll get into those holiday months. Man, this year's flying by, that's for sure.
It is flying by.
All right, Jason, thanks so much, and thanks for watching. See you again tonight at 11.
Have a great night, everyone.